All right, all you amazing air signs out there, this reading is for you. So that is for the Aquarius, Gemini, and the Libra. And we're going to look at the energy, where you're at, what you may need to do, what you may need to break away from. Just kind of get a check in to see what the hell is going on with all you Libra, Aquariuses, and Geminis. All right, so, it almost feels like it's saying you got to kind of stop being a little bit reckless in spending. And since this is an Earth card, the Page of Pentacles, it's almost like saying you don't need to socialize as much right now. Take a step back and calm. And what's keeping you from doing that is that you don't want to change. You want things to stay exactly how they are. Well, they can't, because it's telling you right now you got to step back a little bit, take a break, and not go and seek new extremes, not go seek new things to do. Right now is not the time for that. It's time to buckle down a little bit and accept the change. Because if you don't, what happens? Things are going to become more chaotic in your life right now. And that's the one thing that you don't want to do. All right. Okay. So, in order to do that, what bring you to this point was that you thought you had enough. You thought you had everything you needed, right? Money, you're like, I'm fine. I don't need to sweat it. I'm good. Yeah, that's the past though. This is now, right in the middle. So this is all about what brought you here. And look where she's looking, into the past. So you're looking at things how they used to be, but right now things have changed. Society has changed. The economy has changed. You have to adapt, which means you can't be reckless. You got to kind of put a stop to it and realize that it's for your own good. Because if you don't, then you put yourself in the poorhouse. All right. So just slow it down a little bit. And if you do that, then the outcome will be positive. You'll be able to have enough to carry on, but it's going to take some time because things are changing. So you got to look at things differently. And by doing so, then maybe it's saying you got to invest rather than going out there and partying. Invest a little bit, right? Invest in what? I don't know. Invest in yourself. I wouldn't do stocks, but again, that's me. You need to do, but it's telling you to slow down and basically be a little more wise with your money. So down the road, you'll have enough and be fine. You'll be happy. That's what it's showing us. Okay. Now, with that being said, what's on your mind? You want to basically be treated fairly. And so maybe you think that because if you don't go out there and party and have a great time, that your friends won't be there for you. Well, you know what? They're not your friends, because your friends will be like, you know what? No, it's fine. I get it. It's time to slow it down. And, you got to be true to yourself, karmic, right? You got to be true to yourself and not worry about what other people think, because the sword's up. It's swift. You have to make a swift decision. Say, I had enough. I'm done. That's an 11. Use your intuition. Trust your gut. See, it's on top. You need to stop. You got to start treating yourself fairly. And by spending, and not stopping, you're going to put yourself in a poorhouse. But if you do stop, then things are going to be okay. 10, right? You can start with new things. You can start with doing things a little differently. 10 goes to a 1, okay? Now, what is running under the shadow in you? What's causing all this is that you feel like you have to compete with the Joneses, right? You got to keep up with everybody else. You don't need to keep with everybody else. That's what's going to keep you in this weird Page of Pentacles energy upside down, where you spend, party, 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 party. Stop, death, stop, cease, right? You don't need to compete, because do you really think they care what you have? Do you really think at night they care if you have a bunch of bills? They don't care. They could care less, but they probably enjoy seeing you spend and seeing you stressed about it, and also probably using you because they knew you used to be very well off. But things change, times change, and the 5 is telling you to slow it down. You do not need to keep up with everybody else. Walk away, back off, and try to enjoy more simple things in life. Okay? I know for the intellect that's kind of hard, but that's what the cards are telling you to do. That's the energy right now. You got to listen, or you will pay the price. And you won't have that for any day when it comes in the future. All right? Now, we're going to go ahead and look at some oracle cards here to see what are the messages we can pull from this. What do you got to do? Transgenerational karma. Generational wealth. Transgenerational karma. I'm inspired by my family's history. 24. That's a 6. Harmony. How? By making decisions to stop, you're going to find your 4 stability. in order to have the peace and balance that you're going to need going forward. And you only know what your family history was, but I can guarantee here that they were more traditional. At least that's what the card's kind of showing here, which means they wouldn't be spending recklessly. They'd be saving for a rainy day. Then we have personal karma. Justice is karma, right? You got 2 karma cards here going on. This is 23. It says personal karma. I decide the weight of my inner baggage. That's right. The more you spend, you know what you're doing. You're going to be miserable because you're trying to show off with your friends. You're trying to have those community gatherings, barbecues, whatever. You can't afford it. Stop. 23 is a 5. 2, you have to decide to stop so you can grow. So the 5 becomes freeing rather than keeping you entrapped in this 5 of Wands. Personal karma. Okay? Let's go another one here. We got negative free will. That's interesting. 25. My free will helps me create my well-being. What does that mean? Well, you can decide anything you want to do in this life, but when you make bad decisions, things turn sour pretty quick. So it's telling you that if you want to have a better life, you got to make better choices. That's why you have a 25 at the top of the card. Choose decisions. 5 can either be a struggle or freedom, depending on what you decide. But that also is telling you that in order to not have bad choices, 7, you have to assess things very carefully to make sure that you move in the right direction rather than being a little bit competitive and reckless just to keep up with everybody else. It's time to stop. It's time to stop and slow it down. Slow your roll. All right. That's what I'm hearing. That's what the universe is telling me for you, Libra, Aquarius, and Geminis, to just slow it down. Now we're going to wrap this up here with my dice. Okay. I always do dice because numerology to me is like the key to the universe. It always helps clarify. All right. So let's see what it has to say. What do you see? Do I need to say anything? Do I? You have a 2 and a 3. What I've been saying this whole reading, you have to make good decisions, the 2, so you can 3 grow to 5, be free from the struggle. But if you continue to make bad decisions and party 3, you're in a 5, be in debt and be miserable. That's your choice. That's what you need to decide you want to do. So from where I'm sitting at, it's time to stop. That's what the energy is showing us right now for you air signs.